Hello, this is Greg Allison with Green Gregs, coming to you on the 6th of February 2021 in the kingdom of the walnut tree. For those who have watched my videos and know what I'm talking about, I'm out here taking a nature bath, as I so often urge you to do. And sometimes these days we really need to do that. And you can see I'm on the continent of Vinland. Yes, this is Vinland. Vines everywhere. Something's been weighing on my heart, and it's occurred to me that I really need to talk with y'all about something. Yeah, check out walnuts. You can make iodine from these husks. Might be good to know if certain radiations gets going around. And over there is the tree that I did the critter den video from. I'm pointing to it. I can't really sit in this viewfinder. It's over there. Alright guys, something's been weighing on my heart, and I need to come to you and talk to you about it. Something's been worrying me, and that is that we in our community are getting, we're fretting too much. We're becoming over anxious, and it's impacting a lot of us, it's impacting our ways of doing things, getting things done. And I'll tell you, to be the change you want to see, there is no they, we is they. They is us, and now it's time to step up and be the they to get things done. But it's kind of hard to do when every moment you're responding to a lot of email that's out there that's talking about things going on, what's going down, and there's so much of that, and a lot of people are spending an enormous amount of time doing that. And I'll bring you a lot of videos to tell you what's going on so that you'll know to prepare, to get ready. And that's the theme of them, especially I worry about the power grid. And so I'll bring those videos to you in a series of things just so that you know to get ready to prepare. But there's so much stuff going around and so many people are so pent up. I've got to go back to the core here and tell you to stay centered. And always remember, I've always told you, there's other YouTubers out there that tell you, don't panic now, I'll tell you when to panic. No, I tell you, never panic. When you panic, you lose your head. When you lose your head, you lose your head. Maybe. So you don't want to go there, my friends. You don't want to go there. So here's what I want to talk about. You need to consider that when all the things that you're getting are singing the same song, when they're all looking alike, why suffer it so much? I'm not saying don't watch videos. I'm just saying, one, put it in perspective, and two, don't get distraught over it. We already know what's coming, pretty much. I've talked about it. I'll tell you what's coming. I'll go a little bit more definition on that to be, and as I see any new wrinkles, I'll let you know. I'll keep you up with that. I always do. But especially things to do with the ELE, C, look at the tree, ION. You know what I mean? Those things have got a lot of people really stirred up, and I can see why. But here's what you need to know: we got to not let it keep us from doing the things that we need to do. How can we be the change we want to see if we don't stop and do the things that we need to do first? There's some things we need to do. We need to get ready. If you're in an organization, help that organization do its mission. And if you're not in an organization, you might consider joining an organization like our Freedom Restoration Foundation. You need to garden. You need to grow your own food. You need to prep. You need to start practicing your prepping skills. Maybe you need to do some camp outs, some practice bug outs, practice your bushcraft. I need to do more videos on bushcraft, don't I? You got a lot of things you need to do. In these areas. Buy seeds now. Because of all the prepper gardens going on now, the demand for seeds is high. I expect them to go short. I'm expecting the price of food to go high. I'm about to do a video on that, so stay tuned for the video on that. Oh, yeah, if you're not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and ring the notification bell and click all, so you can get all the videos about things I want to show you. There will be more garden videos coming up soon. There will be more videos on microgreens, worms, worm tea, and more about, you know, eating from the wild here, the weeds in the trees, wild medicinals. I really doubled up on that this summer because I knew you guys needed to know that. So there'll be more of that kind of stuff coming out, but I'll always bring you videos about what's going on so that you know to keep your eyes wide open and head on a swivel. But the key message here is don't let it stop you from doing the things that you need to do. Because if all you do is sit and fret and chew your knuckles and fingernails, you're not doing yourself or anybody else any good. You've got to be. We've got to all hang in here together to be part of the solution to get us over the hump for what we're in. The Freedom Restoration Foundation. We're going to be pushing and doing some writing letters to congressmen and state legislators, pushing for sanctuary states, among other things, most likely. And yeah, we got some stuff we're working on that, and some other things that we're involved with that you'll see. And we're working up our website now, so you can always join us by writing or emailing me at info@freedomrestorationfoundation.org. Links will be below. And also, like I said, grow the garden, plant the seeds. And when it comes to seeds, you can help my channel and help yourself by going to my link to True Leaf Market below. True Leaf Market is an excellent source of heirloom seeds, and they will tell you how to grow your seeds, how to grow the plants with them. So they're really good about that. They're one of the best sources for that, and a whole lot of other growing supplies. And they carry also everything you need to grow microgreens. So if you live in a city, you can still grow your food in the house. Guys, food prices are going to go up. There's a lot of things are going down. I'm going to bring you more on that. I'm going to talk about it. Probably my next video or two is going to be on food prices. I might do it today even. There's just so much going on that you've got to be aware of. But you've got to act. You got to take action. You got to do things. Like I said, once again, get that garden started. And the best thing to do is get your seeds. Get them now. You can actually start a lot of your plants now indoors. This would be a good time to get your garden ahead. Start preparing your garden beds. I've done videos, lots of my earlier videos on gardening. I spent a lot of time showing you how to prepare your beds. That might have been boring, but that's what you need to know to be a growing. Especially if you're not going to be using chemicals. And that's how I teach, is to not use chemicals, to be all organic. Of course, using worm products. No, I'm not selling worms yet. It'll probably be April. But just letting you know that these are things you got to get ready. Let's take a walk. You know, I'll take you through a walk here, guys. Let's get this nature bath down here. I'm going to show you my garden. A couple things in it once I get over there. You can see my greenhouse from here. Little moss on the tree. Yeah, it's on the north side. Although sometimes around here it's not exact. In fact, that's a little bit on the northwest side there. Some animal been browsing around here, some critters. There's always heavy critter signs in these woods. Critter signs, critter dens. Now I found another critter den a little bit ago. Alrighty, so once again, my friends, think about the things that you can do to make a difference. Think of what all you can accomplish for yourself, for your family, for your neighborhood, for your country. Go, look at this moss. Isn't this moss beautiful? I love moss. Stop and smell the roses along the way, always. Take a nature bath. One of the things you can do is just to get centered, go out in the woods or meditate. Whatever it takes to calm your mind and your spirit, to give you that strength, a sense of strength and solace. I get mine out in the woods. You might find it in prayer. I love that gnarly old tree over there. Rhymes with prayer. Got us a dead tree here. So think about forming an association with your neighbors. Talk to them. You know your neighbors that are Army veterans, neighbors that are policemen. Talk to them. That should be the first ones you go to in talking about forming a civil defense group in your community. Check out Mike Maybe's book, Civil Defense book. I'll just go on Amazon and look for it. Mike Maybe is a real patriot, trying to get our grid hardened, guys. Think about what you can do to help on that regard so that we don't face as much stuff. coming at us. But you know, like I say, guys, we are in trying times. All right. Part of this is a nature bath video too, because it's part. So I always say, stay centered. Stay centered. I'm getting a little repetitive, but I'm getting up to my garden here. Isn't that beautiful? You know, no matter what, there's always birds singing. There's always beauty somewhere you can find. Peace somewhere you can find. Solace somewhere. The smile of a baby. Most precious thing in the universe. You know, the powers that be don't like babies. They want to limit them. I'm showing you critter den, guys. Discovered another critter den. Right there. There's another critter den. Everywhere out here. Critter dens. And here's the bees. A couple hives died out over here in the winter. And they're in their hives. Staying warm. There's my new worm beds built out. I talked about. My greenhouse. There's my future universal habitat site, one of them. I want to be in Arizona. Blackberries. Probably going to put a greenhouse in right here. Because actually this is the most sunny part of my property. Be the best place to grow stuff. If I just made it raised beds. I love blackberries, but I got them all over the place. I don't have to have that many. Besides that, those things are devil to harvest. So I got my worm beds back there. I still got pipes set up here to plumb in my other solar panel here one day. When I get time. Time is something that's hard to know what it is. Here's my turnip greens with garlic growing among them. That garlic there's a little bit thick. I'm going to have to fertilize it real heavy with more compost. Got some turnips in here. Look at those. I'm ready to go. I need to pull them and eat them, don't I? Got some nice turnips. That gave me a nice mess. I should have thinned those out. I didn't. I'm going to have to plant this bed out with something that don't have anything growing in it right now. Looks like I got a garlic up there. See where I had my, what is the styrofoam doing out here? I don't know where that styrofoam came from. Sheets of it everywhere. So let's go up here. Stuff blows in. Let me show you my garlic. It's up now. Here is the garlic that came up early. I assume I will be able to harvest it earlier. And I got garlic that's just coming up. A lot of it that's just coming up here. It's planted later. So that's a different age garlic. See this? Just coming up here. There is something in all these beds. These other beds here, there are still, I need to dig it up while I can still find the stalks. There's still turmeric in ground here. I'm not dug it up, just not had time. A lot of people are asking me for it. I'll have to get it dug up and stored really soon. So I got some garlic coming up in there. We did come back and plant in between the big stalks, some new ones, and they're coming up. You can see right here. But it'll be ready at a different time. So I got garlic all in here. My beds are all planted out with something. So I got some radish greens going over there. Probably got some chickweed about to come up. Yep, got some chickweed in here. That's edible. You see chickweed? I've done videos on this. It's a wild edible, guys. Chickweed. See that flower? Little star? Now I got something in every bed, just about, except maybe one up there. So there we go, guys. Here's my well water running. You know what, that pump cost me a lot more money than I thought it was. I'm going to shut this off. I'm going to check what the temperature is coming down to tonight. It'll take me 2 hands to do that, though. That was my old water dechlorination unit for using tap water for the aquaponics system. I don't have to do that anymore. I will turn that into a worm tea brewery. I've done a video on that, so I'm going to make that a full-time worm tea brewer, so I'm brew more worm tea here and up myself on that stuff. You know, by staying active, it keeps your mind off things. It makes you feel like you're productive just by staying active. So I highly encourage you to do that. Stay active, get engaged in things. And you'll feel good because you know you're making a difference. I think that is vital, to know you are making a difference. You're doing something positive. And the world needs all of us doing as much positive stuff as we can. Say hello to Mr. Bunny. Hello, Bunny. Hey, Bunny, how you doing? Yeah. Are you saying hello? Okay. Hello. You old log barn. It ain't old though. I want to call it old. I just built that a few years ago. Too bad I didn't have a YouTube channel then. But you're going to get to see me building stuff in Arizona. Oh yeah. You know what? There's my trommel. I'm going to have to do a little work to fix it. But I got another trommel. Let me show you my other trommel. I got another trommel, guys. So, stay centered. Work. Do things. Be involved. Be the change. Make things happen. Here's my outdoor aquaponics system. I got ryegrass growing. You got to have something growing in your aquaponics. There's only one fish in the other tank. That's a big brim. I should take it out and eat it. Just walk around. Let me show you I got another trommel. Let me show it to you. Show you my next trommel. I've got to clear out my garden beds up here. I let all that mint go to seed. I think the seeds are still in here. Oh yeah, they are. I can get those out. There's going to be a lot of them coming up, guys. There's the trailer I'm going to turn into a microgreens growing operation. I'll show you videos on that. These will be sled bed, worm beds. I just got them out of this trailer. I'm going to have to move these to the back. I just got them out of this trailer so that I could go get a trommel. Betsy Blue and me bus. Just look up here. I gotta clear things out where I got a place to put this guy. There it is, guys. I made the trommel I got. This is another trommel that somebody else made. The motor on it runs a bit slow, but you know, this is your more traditional type trommel. It's ran from a motor here in the center, and a chain drive. So that could help speed up my operations a bit, running two trommels and give me some backup. But I got a place to put it. I got the motor covered over so it won't rain on it. Hopefully it won't get wet like that. So there we go, guys. Hang on. Yeah, jump down. There we are. I got a lot going on, guys. A lot going on. Considering I got a full-time day job so far, and 2 YouTube channels, and I'm trying to run a Freedom Restoration Foundation, set up tribe groups. I'm busy. I'm a busy puppy. I don't sleep much. Sometimes you see I'm doing a video at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, but I think it's crucial to get this information out to you guys. There's so much stuff going on. I'm doing this video just kind of out of my heart, because I just felt this need to tell you guys to stay centered, to stay focused. Finally, it's like this. Think of the bombing runs from World War II. In World War II, the bombers had their mission. They knew they had to stay on course, because their targets were not very forgiving. Their flight profiles weren't very forgiving. If they got off, they would miss their target, and their targets were very important. So those guys were instructed to fly their course no matter what, to not deviate. And the whole time they're flying, they got flak going off all around them. Flak was artillery shells that are being shot up at them, trying to hit them. And that flak, you know, has shrapnel in it. It could tear an airplane up. You know, it could go through the aircraft and get the people inside of it too. Of course, they had tail gunners and things like that in some of those bombers. And of course, you were escorted by fighters. But those fighters are busy fighting planes all around you. So you're the pilot and the bombardier, pilot, co-pilot, and bombardier on those flights. All you did was focused on staying on course, keeping that plane flying, and getting ready to target and drop those bombs. You cannot afford to be distracted by all the flak and all the fighting going on around you. See, it was all heck-breakingly. It's all around you. You had a jet fighter crowd fighting each other. Your tail gunner was probably a pretty busy guy. You might have had some forward gunners too. You know, one under the belly and one in the tail and maybe one over your cab. These guys were all busy puppies because the enemy was trying to stop you from your mission. But your job was to stay on course. Ignore the flak, and hope everything else just took care of itself. Well, stay on the mission. You know, don't let the flak get to you. I won't say ignore it entirely, but you do need to know what's going on so you'll know to prep and do things. And if an emergency comes up or something you need to take certain action with respect to, you need to know that. But a lot of this stuff just says the same stuff over and over and over and over and over, just hashed and rehashed in 20 dozen different ways. And I'm just finding a lot of people are getting really distracted, and some people I know are just not, you know, they're not accomplishing things because they're so spun up by all this stuff. They're reacting to it all day long. So I'll say just be careful. Be careful with that. Try to step back and keep your perspective. Ignore the flak to some degree and get the mission done. Be the change you want to see. There is no they. We is they. We got to do it. So I know that you watch it this far. Say, Greg, I will stay on course. Then I know you watch this video this far. Greg, I will stay on course. All right, guys. That way I'll know that you watched it this far. Look, oops, I'm about to drop my camera. Guys, I really appreciate everybody. You're the greatest in the world. I have a great channel following. I get great comments, and I know you guys got your good heart and good head, and you're doing everything you can with all the mess going on around us today. Just hang in there. Stay centered. Pray, meditate, take a nature walk, but get involved, get engaged, plant your garden, prep, form community organizations, support Freedom Restoration Foundation or anything like that supports the continuation of our freedoms, our liberty, and our ability to grow. Just get engaged. Anyway, folks, thank you all for watching. I hope you have an awesome day. Goodbye.